What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game WWF Raw, which was released on the Xbox by THQ and Anchor Incorporated as an exclusive to the Xbox. And this is essentially the first WWF slash WWE game that was released on the Xbox. And one thing about WWF Raw is that it doesn't have a season mode or story mode or career mode or anything. But with the modes that are in it, it's pretty much consists of exhibition, title match, King of the Ring, Create a Superstar, Museum, and options. Now the exhibition mode, you have your like essential standard matches, single matches, tag team matches. Another one is tag team tornado, triple threat, fatal four-way, Royal Rumble, 2-on-1 handicap, and 3-on-1 handicap. But the only match that is missing essentially is the Royal Rumble, because I can think of WrestleMania 18, and that one has a exhibition. In this exhibition mode, it has the Royal Rumble. I don't understand why WWF Raw on the Xbox don't have a Royal Rumble match in the exhibition mode. You know what I'm saying? I would say either since WrestleMania 18 or the WWE game that came out in 2002, both of those games have a Royal Rumble match. To me, it just doesn't make any sense to have exhibition mode in a WWF game without the Royal Rumble match, considering that this game came out for the Xbox pretty much back in 2002. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, there are some rules that you can apply to each match. You know what I'm saying? Like with game form, you could um, choose between a normal match or a hardcore match. You could choose a time limit of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or no limit. Count offs is essentially the ref can count up to 10, 20, or no limit at all. Plus, you can turn the pinfalls, submissions, rope breaks, KOs, and interference on and off. Now, with the title matches, is where you compete for 6 different championships. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, no different than the Path of a Champion in WrestleMania 18. But the main difference between this and Path of a Champion on WrestleMania 18 is that title match has the women's championship up for grabs, while WrestleMania 18 has the tag team championship. But for some reason, they, much like the Royal Rumble in the exhibition mode of WWF Raw, they excluded the tag team championships. To me, which is kind of odd, you know what I'm saying, considering that there were 6 different tag teams plus a stable that's in WWF Raw, which consists of the APA, the Dudley Boys, Christian and Edge, the Hollies, the Hardy Boys, Kanta, and with X Factor being the stable and everything in WWF Raw. Now, the other championships that you compete for are essentially the WWF slash WWE title, the Intercontinental Championship, the European Championship, the Hardcore Championship, the Light Heavyweight Championship, along with the Women's Championship, like I mentioned. Now, each of them have a certain number of matches you go through and everything. With the WWE, it's essentially 12 matches. The IC Championship, you go through 10. The European and Hardcore Championships, you do 8 matches. The Light Heavyweight, 6. In Women's Championship, 3. So if you go through all of them, it's going to be even shorter than the Path of Champion mode in WrestleMania 18. And to me, this is a minor gripe what I have with the title match, is that the WWF IC European Hardcore title matches should have been 12 matches each. And to me, the light heavyweight championship and women's championship should have had more superstars and no divisions in it. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, like Scotty Too Hottie and other cats like that in the light heavyweight division. While say like I don't know, I think it has leaded in there already, but it should have had more women in it, like Jacqueline and Stacy Keibler and stuff, since they were in WWF at the time slash WWE. You know, now to me, another pretty much thing is that as far as the rules um for a title match, it's pretty much the same rules that you find in an exhibition, but you can't change them. So to me, it was like, what was the point of even like showing it? You know what I'm saying? If you can't change none of the rules, you know. With that, with King of the Ring, it's pretty much just a standard King of the Ring tournament, but there's like four versions of it, which consist of a singles tournament, tag team, fatal four way, and triple threat. Now with the single and tag team King of the Ring tournaments, there's they pretty much consist of 8 brackets, while the triple threat fatal four way King of the Ring tournaments consist of 4 brackets. I would say I had to kind of change that. It's kind of like the single and tag team of King of the Ring tournaments has 8 brackets with 3 rounds in it, while the triple threat has 9 brackets with 2 rounds, while the fatal four way has 16 brackets and 2 rounds in it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's pretty much functioning the same way as the regular 8-man King of the Ring tournament, which is of course a single elimination tournament, and you determine a winner out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now with create a superstar mode, you can pretty much make a dude or a chick. You know what I'm saying? You could do different things. You know what I'm saying? Like give them their name, the different outfits, moves, stuff like that, which I put in the different categories: profile, appearance, parameters, interests, and moves and stuff like that. And pretty much you could um do the stuff you usually do within these categories. You know what I'm saying? Like with um parameters, you can pretty much put in the wrestlers' attributes along with their height and weight. You know what I'm saying? And you can move on to the entries where you can add different pyros, the Titan tribes, the entry music, stuff like that. And with the moves, you can pretty much add in different strikes and grapples and stuff like that, like a suplex, punches, body slam, stuff like that. Now, museum essentially has the biographies and weapons, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Within the biographies, he'll show you the name, height, weight, and finisher for all 47 superstars that's in WWF Raw. And there's 4 superstars that you can unlock just by completing the title match mode. You know what I'm saying? And the ones you do unlock are Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit, which kind of puzzled me. Fred Durst was never a wrestler to begin with, and he was never in a match to begin with. For like THQ and Anchor Incorporated to put him in WWF Raw. The only contribution to WWF that he has is the fact that the song "Rolling" by Limp Bizkit was Undertaker's entrance music. But shoot, that was no reason to put Fred Durst in it in WWF Raw. And pretty much with weapons and equipment, it'll show you the different weapons and stuff that you can find in WWF Raw, like a lead pipe chest, stuff like that, in which you can unlock most likely from the title match mode and stuff like that. Now, the option have game option assigned controllers, adjust screen, save and load credits, trailer, and how to play. Essentially, with game options, you can pretty much adjust the difficulty, easy, normal, and hard. You can adjust the sound, either mono or stereo, along with the volume for the soundtrack, sound effect, and the voices and stuff. So with the side controllers, it's essentially the button configuration for the game. You know what I'm saying? It'll show you pretty much the default button configuration, but you can adjust them though to your liking. But it's to a specific controller slot. You know what I'm saying? You can change one if you want to. You're not required to change the button layout for the other three slots and stuff. And to me, the adjust screen and save and load modes are pretty self-explanatory. No need to me to go into detail with that. You know what I'm saying? And plus, with the credits, you pretty much view the names of the people at Anchor Bay and THQ who worked on WWF Raw on the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? And the trailer it only shows the trailer for the game Dark Summer, which did came out. I think it came out around the same time as WWF Raw. Just have to like Google it to see when it came out. So that's that as far as the trailers. And the how to play is essentially a video tutorial for how to play the game and stuff like that. As far as strikes, grapples, reversals, stuff like that. You know. Now, as far as the graphics and design for WWF Raw, they're pretty much mediocre at best with some bland color palettes, in my opinion. And to be honest, the graphics and design of WWF Raw didn't age well. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on that. And the gameplay and the controls were subpar and everything, mainly because the hit detection for the strikes is really bad, and the AI seems to reverse practically every other grapple, or they reverse the grapples like 2 or 3 times in a row. So that didn't make any sense to me. That they have the controls that bad. They should have spent more time making the controls and gameplay better and everything. Now the in-game music and the in-menu music are okay, but in my opinion, the interest music are for the wrestlers are pretty good, and they pretty much accurately depict the interest themes of all the wrestlers who was on SmackDown and Raw at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like Undertaker, Rock, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Triple H, and all them. Now, they should have included wrestlers like Ric Flair, Diamond Dallas Page, Booker T, and some of the others that I mentioned, like Scotty 2 Hotty, you know what I'm saying, the Hurricane, because they were in WWF at the time they started production, and when they actually released WWF Raw on the Xbox, you know what I'm saying. And the fact that they put Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit in the game is a head scratcher for the reasons I mentioned earlier in the video. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't, of course, he wasn't a wrestler. He didn't have any matches. So, what sense does it make to have Fred Durst specifically in this particular game? You know what I'm saying? And the title mode for for WWF Raw should have been longer than it was, or at least have an actual story mode or career mode or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, with it, not only that, for the title match specifically, The tag team championships should have been included by default because the number of tag teams plus X Factor, which is a stable that's in the game. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the stuff you can do in creative wrestling mode, it's pretty much not as detailed as it should have been. You know what I'm saying? They should have had more stuff that you can do in terms of the type of outfits that you put on the wrestlers, more moves. You know what I'm saying? And all that. And to me, WWF Raw could have been better, but it just ended up being a mediocre game in my opinion. And to me, as far as actually recommending it, I say no. To me, you're better off getting the one WWF game that was released on the PS2 that came out around pretty much the same year as WWF Raw. What I it's kind of too, it's kind of like it reminds me too much of WrestleMania 18 for the GameCube, and that it's just too mediocre to recommend. You know what I'm saying? With that, you can sound off um, in the comment section about WWF Raw for the Xbox. Do you like it? Do you hate it? You know what I'm saying? Is there anything specifically that you like or hate? Whatever the case may be. Now, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy, Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.